EA Sports is in the Steel City at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Here we go, fellas. Gun.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Set. 180.
And now with the time of the play clock almost up, Ron Rivera is going to... Call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bud Dupree in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Newton now to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Palardy now on the punt as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 20. First carry for James Conner. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Roethlisberger will hand to Conner. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Who's 30?
Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. James has got it. Complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Roethlisberger to his big target, James. All 6-7 of him for a Steeler 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Conner. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Rush 19, rush 19. Set. Who's 30?
Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. And his pass incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Hey, ready? Black 80. Baby.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field.
And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Give the tackle there to Morgan Burnett.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, Creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. Off the bootleg, Newton. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. He's going to air one out. And got his man complete. And give him a gain of 37. And connection number 1 there on the game, Roethlisberger to Boney Tony. Antonio Brown, that's what his high school teammates used to call it.
I wonder what they would call him now.
More muscular, more successful Boney Tony Brown, right?
I'd say you're probably right. It may be all of that. I'll still call him Boney Tony, but Ben Roethlisberger calls him my number 1 target.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
On second down, Roethlisberger goes underneath for Bell. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Single set. Blue 30. 58, right over there. Yeah. Right, 58, right there.
Now Roethlisberger. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. K1 Short in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to go deep for Funchess. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Gun. Ready? 180.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Snickers, you got to spin.
Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
I know every time we watch Le'Veon Bell play, we think about him making people miss the hesitation move. But you remember, he came out of Michigan State as a bruiser and a thumper, and he still has those capabilities.
At 225 pounds, an underrated part of his game. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. Down to the 25. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Dance now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play. So 1:55 to go in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. And the Steelers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And caught left side, Olsen. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough. Swing the time.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bud Dupree in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Flushed out, and he's going to go down again. T.J. Watt in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Here's Michael Palardy now as he's on to punt for Carolina. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. He'll rifle this one deep left. It's caught inside the 25. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. A final shot before the break. Newton.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 49. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. This is fielded a couple yards deep. He spins free. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Steeler offense now with the football first here to begin the third quarter. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Blue 30.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Newton finding Funchess for the Panther first down. Newton on first down. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Newton now on second down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Third and long, it's Newton. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Moore, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers have got it back to a one-score game. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Blue 30.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then against with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Now following the interception, here's Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Cody Sensabaugh. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Left!
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Out to his left. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And now running right through it. And he'll get this up to about the 40. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Check. Done. Like 80. Squirrel. Snickers. 66.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. James has got it. Complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Set. 180. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Let's go. Let's go.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, complete. It's James. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Let's go.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Baby.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Captain Mutterlin. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Set. Set. 180.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check. Check. Set. Like 80. 58. Lock.
They'll pitch it out to Bell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a 1st down. But that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Like 80.
Now Bell. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you said, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
230. Check it out. Focus. Double bump.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Goes underneath for Bell. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So that's one you almost never see at this level. A wobbler from very short range, and it winds up no good.
All right, Brandon, if he slipped or someone got a hand on it, then I could understand it, but it's almost like he heard a whistle or something that stopped his swing. A very strange result, especially for an NFL kicker.
Back to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
Newton now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
Connor, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Snickers, 66.
Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Panthers are going to take another timeout as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. They need to reverse the trend. The last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. Here's Bell. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now fourth and goal.
Partner, when it's a goal-to-go situation, if you're on the field on defense, you have to know that you may be called on to make a tackle at any time. Here, the cornerback does exactly that. Plays the run really well and makes a big play.
And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field. The NFL on EA Sports is in the Steel City at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Two teams that have combined to win 11 Super Bowl titles. The Steelers and the Niners are underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Black 80! Black 80!
They run with Breida. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And with the play clock about to expire, Kyle Shanahan's going to use a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
I got you.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. T.J. Watt coming with pressure. He drops him on the blitz for a loss of 12.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, shame on them, Coach Davis. They went against your advice. They threw the football, and now they're backed up to punt this away.
They're actually fortunate. They went against my advice, but they didn't turn it over, right? No takeaway for the defense. They'll punt it now. They probably could have gained a few yards if they ran it, though, and hooked up with field position.
So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Let's take it inside his own 40. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 46.
Yes, sir. You gotta spin. Set. Blue 30.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Cassius Marsh in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Set. Blue 30.
Roethlisberger will throw. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I got you. I got you.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. Caught left side, Garcon. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 22.
4 down. Check 52. 51, Mike. Mike 51. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. K'Wan Williams, the one that got him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Strong right. Strong right. Strong right. Set. Black 80. Right.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. Powers through. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back, but now I've got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, 2nd-round pick in 2013, some people probably wishing they'd taken him in the 1st. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got Rodgers. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Garoppolo throwing on second. He gets this one to Garcon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Niner first down. Garoppolo to Garcon.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary, how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Go ahead.
This is Breida, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's the first catch of the game for Goodwin. It's a first down. Garoppolo on first down. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Here we go. Black 80!
Now it's Breida. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
21.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
180! 180!
Right back to him on 1st down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's big Vince Williams who made the tackle.
That's it, baby! That's it! Oh, no!
2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. Back to Heinz Field after this.
Black 80! 180! One, Omaha!
Here's Breida. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go. 180!
They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
21, 21. 180! 180!
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
21, 21. 120! 180!
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And Selleck here, left side. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
21, 21. 180! 180!
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Rolling to his right. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. George Kittle, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. Gould with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10.
Blue 30.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to sling this deep down. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 18. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Hey, gun. Here we go.
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Now Roethlisberger, and he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
8 yards on the pick up there, and it moves the sticks.